in 3. And here comes Ada Erdem. Well, there's encouragement for Thailand. How long will that continue? They lead the world #1 team.
Well, this is a Thailand team that we've seen push other teams during set 1. This is a team that starts off really fast. They feed off of energy, so if they can get that going right away, it could be difficult.
Vargas. That's bullet #1. Does well to keep it in play. That's quite close for Karakurt, and then she unleashes as well. Wow. Karakurt one side, Vargas on the other. Good luck, Thailand.
Yeah, not what you want to see if you're an opposing defense. You have two forces that can absolutely take over matches, and especially as a middle blocker, you don't know where they're going to go, and it almost doesn't matter because you know they can be terminal on either side.
Shaheen on serve. That's a free ball. And there comes a middle blocker, Kalach. They're quickly into their stride, it's fair to say.
Yeah, and going to different players right away, it's so important to vary up this Turkey offense because they do become pretty reliant on Karakurt and Vargas. They have to establish that middle to open things up for them.
Wonderful arrival there by Chachuan, but it didn't go to ground. Still won't go down. Great defense, and here comes Karakurt. Not the best, it was pushed towards the Thailand defense, but that'll do. And Kalach intervenes once more. Mighty block.
So far, Thailand's doing a pretty good job of hanging with some of these really tough Turkey swings. That's what makes Thailand tough, is they're always in there defensively. See how many players are covering the hitter, but when you got a wallop like that, it's tough to get it back.
Whipawee. Goes again, and off the hands. Big smile. Big high fives.
Fast tempo is when Thailand's offense is working best. On a perfect pass, it's so difficult for the opposing block to get set up because of how fast that ball is out for the pins.
Here comes the middle blocker, Tat Dao. That's a great serve. It's the first ace of the match. How to announce yourself from the service line.
Really good serve right between those two passers. You have Karakurt passing next to another outside with Baladin. Normally that's a seam that servers go at. Tat Dao did it beautifully.
Also, when we get a picture of the whole court, you'll watch Vargas is going to run all the way around there. You see number 4 getting into the opposite slot. And that's why they had to go to Karakurt, but even so, hey, what's your problem?
Yeah, that becomes difficult in rotation 1 when you have Vargas going all the way around. Oftentimes she doesn't get set in that, but again, it doesn't matter because you have Karakurt who's just as terminal on the outside pin.
And here's Ebra Karakurt for the first time from the service line. Not the best there from Whipawee. The block is up, no way through. That's another great block, and it's Kalach again.
Thailand's got to find a way to stop testing out that Turkey block. They already found out that it's pretty big in front of them. They need to make the adjustment and swing just a little bit higher because this team is very mismatched in the front line.
No doubt in the defense. That goes long from Karakurt of Thailand. One of the best in the world, one of the most resilient. They never know when they're beaten, but they're up against one of the most potent, ruthless attacks in world volleyball. Lovely tip. Now, there's a mid.
1-2, Turkey, 6-4.
Net touch. By the way, Turkey had won the point. Turkey.
It seemed like a buzzer that no one actually challenged for. Maybe it just went off. But I think the ref saying that that ball was going down regardless.
They'd won the point. It's not the best if you're going to put that straight where Erdem. They've done well though. Brilliant work by Pimpichaya in position 2. And then cross court, Baladin got hold of it, but too much.
The Baladin just trying to find her swing again, get comfortable again. She missed that entire second week with that neck injury. She's back out on the court, but sometimes it takes a few points just to get adjusted.
Oh, you could see that coming, because I watched Eden, because she looked towards Shaheen, then moved round, was ready for the middle attack, but so, more importantly, with Thailand.
Yeah, and a great adjustment on the middle from Hatia. going into that line of approach, diving those hands back in. Good solo stuff.
She's still got a hand, Pimpachaya, from that Vargas bullet, but let's see whether it comes again. Instead, it's Karakor. And again, what a magnificent dig. If you're watching Thailand for the first time, you've got to be impressed already. Their defense is phenomenal. Let's see if they can do a good attack. It wasn't the most potent in the sense that it was a tip which didn't really challenge against Türkiye, and in the end, Baladin says thank you.
We're going to see a lot of long rallies like that tonight with how good Thailand is defensively. They rarely let a ball hit the floor. They just frustrate the heck out of their opponents, but Türkiye is finding ways to get it on top of that, really hanging with them.
You go through the Turkey lineup, and it's a who's who of some of the best players in the world. No wonder they are world number one. Nice hit. Lovely middle attack for Kaya. On the slide.
Really important for Thailand to do exactly that and side out really quickly against this Türkiye team. Because Türkiye has some servers that can go back there and really get on a run if they're not careful.
That was going out from Baladin, and that's caused all sorts of problems. And that's definitely out. I think she lost her bearings there taking that serve.
Yeah, just a little bit. And Baladin, again, trying to get settled in, both passing and offensively. Probably not the start she would want. You got to control those controllables, especially in this rotation when you're passing next to another outside. Really talk about that seam early on.
That is how you do a slide attack.
Yeah, really impressive slide from Erdem. Going inside those blockers in a one-on-one situation. They're really spreading out this offense. Again, Erdem got blocked on the one before just in that quick, so they're trying to spread it out, keep those pins moving.
For so long, Ida Erdem was one of the top middle blockers in the world, but never had a major honor. Now, VNL champions, European champions, and heading, if they can, for European glory, Olympic glory if they can in the summer.
This is a team that we've seen progress throughout the VNL and look better and better. Pretty much every single match that they've played, they've gotten more comfortable playing next to each other. Yes, of course, they're missing some of those stars, like Zara Gunesh in the middle, but they look good no matter who's on the court. They're playing well.
As you'd expect from a team coached by one of the best in the world, Daniele Santarelli. He's not impressed as he turns away as that hit goes through the block. Oh. You felt that up here, didn't you?
Gosh, yeah. Just thinking, if you're a libero back there or any backcourt defender and you see Vargas go up, if she has any kind of space to hit, you just got to put your body there and hope that you're going to get something up.
Said the former libero.
I mean, I would literally put a helmet on and run the other way against her. I can't even imagine.
Erdem, second serve rotation. It's an ace, 1-all in terms of aces. Simple as you like. I don't think the coach is impressed.
And a beautiful serve right in between the seam of those two passers, just getting them caught up high.
That's a better pass. Oh, what a great dig. Oh, wonderful. From the opposite to the outside hitter.
A really smart heads-up play by Karakurt going up, sees that high set. She doesn't have to use her hands on that. Just go up, get a good swing on it. She's going up and over everyone anyway.
ข้างเราตีลองบอลนิดนึงข้างเราตีลองบอลหน่อยนะช่วยกันอันนี้บอลหน้าตะข่ายต้องเด็ดขาดนิดนึงได้จะตีหรือจะหยอดไปหลังอะไรพวกเนี้ยดูหน่อยเขายืนแน่นหรือเปล่านะเปลี่ยนจุดให้ได้บอลล้นหน้าตะข่ายอะไรพวกเนี้ยนะตัดสินใจใหม่ไม่เป็นไรถ้าเขาดีกันได้พร้อมเรื่องนี้นะเพราะเขาเล่นแบบลุกกลับมาเร็วแลกกันนะแลก
Karakurt, tallest player on court. That's why she can reach, leap, and seemingly tumble quicker and lower than anyone else, and extend so wide. 1.95 m, just shy of 2 meters.
And it's difficult if you're the opposing block against her, whether it's Pimpachaya at 180 or Nachaniporn at 172. That's a mismatch up front.
Oh, what a great serve. What a serve that was. Woo! Sorry, what? Edem. Look at this.
Just dropping right in front of the passer, so sneaky. That little pop of the hand causes it to hit the air pocket and just tumble.
Just as well for Thailand, because you just sense Turkey are beginning to not so much go through the gears, but just start to accelerate, feeling they're quite comfortable in the driving seat.
Yeah, you can't let this Turkey team get momentum, and especially if you're Thailand, you got to nip it real quick.
That's a good response.
And this is the point in the set where Thailand has to make some kind of push, trying to knock Turkey out of system. We've seen when Turkey is in system, that offense is nearly impossible to stop with the mismatches up front in terms of height. They have to find a way to keep knocking Turkey out of system.
Oh, it's in. That was banging. They're appealing Daniele Santarelli and the Turkey players, but that was in from where I'm sitting.
Yeah, definitely in, and it looked like it was going to sail out of bounds at the last second, just kind of dropped inside. Got a little bit of luck on their side.
Good run this for Pimpicaya. That's another great serve. Okay, she's coming to the party.
And Turkey, especially Vargas, looking like they're starting to find their rhythm just a little bit better. That offense is clicking. Shaheen is getting her hitters in good positions. Not much you're going to do about that. 104 kilometers an hour.
It's a great serve reception as well from Baladine. Lots of options. Here we go, Karakurt. Oh, what a dig by Whippoe. Well, either that was off the net, I think, more than the block, but even so, there's not much that's getting past Kalach, whether it's the net or her hands.
Yeah, it's very difficult, and you see how much cross Thailand's giving Karakurt to hit through, and she's ripping every ball.
First false move by Kalach. Well, maybe that was clever by Pimpicaya, just not putting everything into it.
Yeah, and a really smart decision, because she knows she's got a massive block in front of her. She doesn't have to swing all out. Just going for those high hands is smart.
Just looking back to that VNL score from a year ago, Turkey swept them in 25-15, 25-15, 25-20. So if they put their minds to it, Turkey could make short work of Thailand, but it's good so far by the Asian champions until it's not them.
And this first set really important for Thailand too, to just establish that they can hang with a team like Turkey, the #1 ranked team in the world. And so far we saw through the first about half of this set, but all of a sudden Turkey is starting to gain a little bit more momentum and look more comfortable.
Another great serve reception. Whippoe puts everything into it, and this has got to go over. It's a free ball, and Vargas is just waiting. So too is Edem. Oh, what a great dig. Natantia, the setter, does fantastically well. They're scrambling at the moment, and then get the point. Oh, just when you thought it had gone.
Backcourt defense doesn't necessarily gain you points, but it gives you the opportunity to continue to stay in that play. Thailand's just digging in right, getting everything up.
So a switch by Santarelli. Aykac coming on for Karakurt, just giving her a bit of a break. Outside hitter for outside hitter. Kalach on serve. Swinging and catching out Whippoe. And that's a big gap.
And Turkey has continuously gone after Whippoe, pretty much every single server, at least in a seam right around her, really targeting that left side of the court and making her work just a little bit harder in pass to attack.
She's one of the strongest receivers in the Thai team, but at the moment, Turkey, as you say, have got it worked out.
วางแขนให้เร็วนิดนึงนะอันนี้เธอดูนะถ้าวากัสอยู่เนี่ยเซตเตอร์อะไรพวกเนี้ยแล้วเขาตี3 เมตรอะไรพวกเนี้ยนะปิดตรงให้แน่นเลยเพราะว่ามันมาปั๊บเนี่ยมันจะไม่ตีฉีกเพราะมันเอื้อมไม่ถึงเนี่ยมันตีตรงเยอะนะเพราะนั้นดีเฟนส์หรือปิดบล็อกให้ได้ปิดบล็อกตรงให้ได้นะเข้าใจความหมายไหมนะถ้ามันวิ่งจากเนี่ยนะถ้าเขาวิ่งจากเนี่ยโอเคเข้าใจป่ะวากัสนะโอเคอันนี้เอาบอลแรกก่อน
Just 2 wins for Thailand so far in the VNL against the Dominican Republic. 3-1, 3-2 against France, but otherwise they won just 2 sets in week 1. Got swept by China and by Brazil, not surprisingly. And here they go from 2 Olympic champions to prospective Olympic champions, certainly the VNL holders, the world #1 team. And the onslaught continues. No way through. There again. Shaheen keeps it in play. Baladine. And the resilience on the Thai side, but the fact is they still haven't managed to threaten Türkiye, and Vargas puts paid to any thoughts of continuing that rally.
Feels like Türkiye right now is trying to go away from Vargas and get other people involved in the offense, but in these long rallies, they end up just going to her because they want the point to be done.
Top scorer, 187 points in the VNL. Just going to be rewriting all the record books, I think, at this rate. And how long before she gets another chance? Instead, it's Baladine who's coming more into the action now, and off the hands, that's nice and tidy.
Smart shot from Baladine, going right at the high hands. Doesn't have to hit it too hard. Really smart shot, identifying that late middle blocker and going off of her.
Chatapom on for Whipperwee. Outside hitter for outside hitter. Can there be a pickup? Because Whipperwee, as we've been saying, has been targeted. Oh, good hit. Lovely play.
A little overload situation on Thailand's side. They get the middle going right next to the outside attack. It becomes difficult when you have those 2 hitters in the same zone. You see how confused Turkey's block was.
Tanacha, opposite, looking good.
Turkey's outside continuing to hammer that cross-court shot. Thailand really setting up, taking away all of the line, trying to funnel things cross-court, but every kill that Turkey has got has been that cross-court shot.
Whoa, what happened there?
That felt like that was going to land in the ocean.
She quite liked it. Well, sort of.
Trying to laugh it off.
It's one of those where you just go, okay,
yeah,
never mind.
Well, she's got so many aces racked up too. You're okay with a few misses here and there.
Lovely play, beautiful. Slide attack, exactly where she wanted it, saw the opening and found it.
And smart to keep this offense pretty spread out. Neda Erdem wasn't a perfect set to her, but she adjusted at the last second in the one-on-one, knew that middle of the court would be open.
So Thailand ringing the changes. Chanapom, as we say, has been on. Chidapat has also been on another libero. But Vargas will not be denied, and nor will Turkey. That's 8 set points.
And Simge with the pancake coming in. So impressive to identify that ball and just slide in at the last second, getting it up. And a perfect set outside to Vargas, who just rips it.
So this from Baladine for the first set. Nathanicha returns and will pick up on serve, the setter, trying to keep Thailand in contention in this opening set. simple as you like. Lovely setter's dump, and that pretty much sums up the first set. Türkiye in pretty much complete control, 25-17. Thailand's defense was as ever eye-catching, but how do you keep Karakurt, Vargas, Erdem, Kalac, Baladin, the list could go on. How do you keep them quiet? Over to the coach for Thailand.
It's so difficult when you have an offense that's working as fine-tuned as Türkiye is, and all of their 5 hitters over 3 points in this match so far. They're well-balanced. This offense is very hard to read. They're disguising it well. Thailand has to find a way to take Türkiye out of some of that rhythm, because Türkiye is in system at too high of a clip to make that offense stoppable.
Job done for set 1 for Daniele Santarelli. And they'll switch ends. And we'll get the stats in a minute just to give us the inside track. 25-17 is in itself the key and most important revealing stat. But let's look under the bonnet, shall we say? 15-7.
And it's that Türkiye attack. It is so hard to read because they have weapons at every single position. And just talking about Karakurt and Vargas, of course, 2 of the best, but even in the middle, when Erdem's up there, she's so tough to stop as well. Baladin also finding her rhythm, leading the team with 5 points.
So, frankly, I'd make it 84-16 in set 2. I mean, we've just seen it, haven't we? 78-22, I'd push it a bit higher, frankly, because Türkiye, their quality. So spinning it round, if you're the Thai coach, Thai players, how do you find a way through? How, as much as relying on the backcourt defense, which is all very well, but you've got to get points, and how are they going to do it?
Yeah, they have to find ways to put the ball down. One adjustment that they should make is swinging a little bit higher at the block. We saw Türkiye not only getting a lot of stuffs, but a lot of really good touches they were able to transition out of. If Thailand can swing higher, go for fingertips, go for the deep corner, they'll be in a better spot rather than swinging just straight down.
Because that's easy we've seen for Erdem and for Kalac.
You see Türkiye really targeting that left side of the court again. A lot of that's from the outsides, just ripping cross court time after time.
That's pretty much Pimpachaya. And we've seen Tanacha come on as well, the opposite for Thailand. This middle blocker, Ataya, 29 years old. Been a key member of the team for a while now, and you'll remember if you're a keen follower of Thai volley, Thai volleyball, Plunjit Willavan, who's one of the assistants for the new coach, Nitsara, Onuma, Marika, Ampon, some great names. Now up to their successors to try to write a new successful chapter in Thai volleyball. The support is there, most definitely.
Yeah. And this is a team.
Seen the thousands who thronged to Bangkok last year, and of course the finals, the women's finals of the VNL in 2024 will be held in the capital of Thailand.
And this team also just so fun to watch. It seems like whether they're down or up, they're always having fun. They have big smiles on their faces. It's really just they play with such a joy.
So, set 2 underway in the Hong Kong Coliseum with Jonathan Ledyard and Emma Eamon, and we're going to be here from Anne-Marie Anderson after the second set has been concluded. What are the coaches thinking of the match so far? That all depends maybe on what happens in this second set with Baladin, Erdem, Şahin, Karakurt, Kalac and Vargas for Türkiye, as we were for the start. That's a good hit. Nicely put away.
Beautiful
Tatao.
run. Yeah, beautiful run. Tatao coming in. Beautiful pass. Gets that offense going, and it's a one-on-one every time. They're trying to spread this middle out. We saw Tatao in that quick attack close to the setter, this time trying to send it a little bit away.
Charapom is on for Whipperwee in the one change in the lineup which started the match. That's a big hit. And that is a bit of a welcome back on court for Chachuan.
It's just so impressive, Vargas's ability to handle anything. I mean, this ball's just chucked up at her. She can't even see where she's taking a swing at it. It's coming from behind her head, and she still manages to get a kill and hit this one over 100 kilometers an hour. There are not a lot of players that can do that.
A leap of beauty, such athleticism and grace as much as power. Oh, what a good block. But I suppose you could argue that was exactly where Kalach wanted it, so that's not the best place.
No, not the best place. Again, Thailand doing not the best job. They're swinging right down into the hands. They have to go a little bit higher with it with the big block in front of them.
Caught that well, but it's still not there. Erdem, or rather Kalach is there. And the points just keep on coming.
You know, smart heads-up play for Kalach going up. Identifying that overpass really fast. She doesn't have to set it, just turn it over.
Karakurt did really well, because that seemed as if everyone was just frozen in time. Do we go for it? Yes, we do.
Yeah, smart decision, too, not to try to hit that overpass, but to pass it and really transition that into some offense.
So what were we saying about Thailand needing to change things up a bit, because 5-1 is already a big lead.
เขาจี้เพียวเพื่อจะให้เพียวเสียจังหวะพอเสียจังหวะปั๊บตัวอื่นพร้อมด้วยเข้าใจป่ะนะนั้นให้บอลให้เพื่อนตีได้มีโอกาสเลือกหน่อยนะให้บอลให้สุดหน่อยต่อบอลให้สุดหน่อยเข้าใจป่ะ
Who would be Natapon Siramudak, the Thai coach, because that is some challenge to even get a run of points, never mind take a set. So Alif Shaheen. Crept over and off the line, off the tape rather. What can you do?
Yeah, just getting a little bit lucky on Turkey's side, serving into an area where there is no player in sight. In this rotation, it's difficult when you have these players stacked up over on the right.
Oh, she's almost done it again. Don't tell me she trains for it. Oh, what a hit by Kalach. Chance here for Thailand to take something, but it doesn't work, and Pimpachar can't get it to ground. Switch of play, a Charapong, and off the hands, a welcome point and welcome relief.
Much better swing from Thailand, swinging high on this one, not going right down into the block, swinging high, hands over it, trying to go for that deep corner. Thailand needs a lot more of that.
Take that. Late serve, or late set rather, out towards Karakurt, and then bang.
The adjustment made from Thailand, because during set one, all of Turkey's outsides were hammering the cross-court shot, so they left them a little bit open line, but doesn't matter, Karakurt can do it all.
Telegraphed.
Just a beautiful read, getting right in front of the line of approach. Kalach so disciplined in her movements as a middle. You see that slight step to the right as she's stepping into close, and Vargas getting involved as well.
Ataya realizing the mistake, but too late. That's a great hit. Chachuan really caught that.
Chachuan, a player that's been a little bit quiet during that first set. We haven't seen her go off, and we've seen before, when she's this team's leader in points, we've seen her do so well when the ball's in her hand.
Now that's more like it. If you can shut down Vargas occasionally, you could be in with a shout.
And Vargas just swinging right down into the block on this one. That's one you got to go a little bit higher with, especially with her reach.
That was never going to be good enough, and I was just about to say what they need is a run of points. One to become 2, 3, and 4, but that is not happening.
Especially when you get a big momentum play like that, stopping a player like Vargas, that's going to give your team the energy to feed off of the next few. You can't miss a serve into the net.
Didn't look convincing. And you start to wonder whether we're getting a few mind games here in the sense that the block has been so effective. Where do I put this ball then?
Yeah, and that's difficult because this ball going barely out of bounds, but still a good swing because they're aiming high. Just the block discipline on Turkey's side.
Pimpachaya can't get it through. Almost going for the same ball. Nice little roll by Chachuan, but it hasn't gone to ground. Nor, to be fair, has that. So big chance at Charapong, but Karakurt just steps forward. And Baladin blasted across. And that was a big hit. Wow. Charapong took that foot in the face, I think.
That came a little quick, too. So sharp on this swing. Oh.
Straight through the hands.
Yeah, I don't know if I wanted to see that again.
She certainly took one for the team there.
Yeah. Don't know if she wants to take another one.
Far better to hand it out in the sense, a powerful serve, get an ace. Bring your team closer, back into contention. It's not just about power, is it?
Yeah, sometimes it's that high volleyball IQ that works even better up front. You can see the defense unfold on the other side and how far spread out there, that right back too deep. Just that easy tip over does it.
They could feel what was coming, probably. Here comes another big hit. No, mixed it up beautifully. Thoroughly professional. Apparently like VNL assassins. They know the job, let's do it. For Team USA, Poland, Brazil, what are you thinking? This is very, very efficient.
And this is what Turkey needed to come in and do. Their schedule ramps up as the week goes on. They see the Dominican tomorrow, and then China Saturday, Brazil on Sunday. They have to continue to play low air and fine-tuned.
Nice block. Saw the slide coming. Chachuan doing the job.
And a much better adjustment from Thailand going inside the slide, forcing her to try to hit down the line.
You aren't going to stop that. I mean, that was like a long jump in the Olympics, just leaping from the back, the pipe attack, and goodbye.
I mean, it is so impressive, and those are the plays if you're Thailand. You have three blockers up, they're in a good position. You got to just shake that one off.
That's some sight. In full flow, in full flight. Melissa Vargas. Is she going again? Oops. Breakdown in communication. That could have been the pipe. Instead, that's gone out. There wasn't a touch. Oh, there was a touch by Vargas. And Daniele Santarelli not happy with that.
Yeah, that's a play that Honda Baldwin, she has to be up and available for. If she's in the back court, she still has to be an option.
Great up. Looked to be reaching, did Tanacha.
And Thailand's still trying to swing higher. They're doing a good job going for those high hands, but now just swinging a little bit too high with it.
Up a bit, down a bit, left a bit, right a bit.
Trying to test it out, figure out what's sticking, but right now it's not too much.
To be fair, there aren't many teams that could stay with Turkey in this mood. That's a great hit, but still it doesn't go to ground. It was a super spike, but I think there'll be those on the Turkish bench who feel if we see the replay, that could have stayed up.
Yeah, Baladin in a great position to make that play, just not scooping under it enough to get it high enough for a second contact.
So changes on either side of the net. Jitapak comes on for Pianut and Yosh for Erdem. Libero back on court. Shaheen serving, the setter. Nice pass. Beautifully done. So well disguised.
And Karakurt's tips almost always fall because you expect her to take that hard swing every single time. So when she pulls it back just a little bit, you're never expecting it.
Also the placement as well. That wasn't just tipped over. That was going, I know where I'm putting that, right on the line.
So precise.
That's a big hit. That's more like it. That's why she was sent on. Tanaka.
Tanaka making sure the other side's okay with how much heat she's brought on that one. Beautiful swing right down the line.
Playing her volleyballing career at the moment. She's been in Japan as well. 4-time Thai league title winner. She can pack a punch. Karakurt taking her out of the equation there though, going cross court.
Thailand's got to figure out a way to stop that cross court shot. No point in blocking the line on a player like Karakurt because her power is right to that cross.
At least Chatterpom didn't get it in the face this time.
Yeah.
It was still powerful.
It's a positive.
After she did it, would have been. Yeah. Probably still smarting now.
I will say she shook that off so well. She got up quickly. She was like, I'm fine.
You could think of a libero in America who might have sort of been still
Oh
crying.
my God, I'd be down on the floor for 5 minutes. That would have been horrible.
Coming onto it, but we're ready, we're waiting, and we got hands.
A good shutdown from Thailand, making that adjustment, showing there's a seam, and at the last second, just dropping those hands right back in.
Two powerful hands there from Tanaka.
That's what we saw last time Thailand got a block. They missed that serve on the way back. It's those momentum plays that Thailand has to capitalize on.
It's all piecemeal, isn't it, for Thailand? 1 point at a time, there aren't those runs. And those pipes should be going down. You just feel if Vargas or Baladin was doing that, that would be absolutely on the ground. It's a lovely little roll, and that's gone down. There's nothing that Shaheen can do.
Really well-placed tip, identifying Shaheen too far back on defense, opening up so much right over the block to go to.
She's tall, but not that tall, 1m84. Now, that's 1 point. It has to be two, especially at this stage of this second set.
Turkey getting really effective on some of those tips. All Thailand's players waiting on that heavy hit, and they're just toying with them, putting it right over the block.
You set your stall out like that, that's what you're worried about. That's what's coming. So Jan Georgebay comes on. Setter. Very experienced. Wins in the Champions League, Club World Cup, League and Cup. Buffy Bank, the all-conquering Turkish team. And here she is by the net. Take two, but still no way through. Oh, what a block.
And a big read up front from Hatia going up, staying with that middle, not moving until she knew exactly where the ball was going, and then dropping those hands, making that last-second adjustment into the line of approach.
Could that set have been higher?
Maybe a little bit for Erdem.
Just comes straight back over. And here we go, Tanaka. Doesn't get to the ground. Oh, it's gone too long, there's no touch. That had to go in.
Those are the plays that Thailand has to capitalize on. And they did just that, finding ways around it, starting to chip away.
You can see where the points are being leaked, can't you? And that's the frustration, because when you've got such a fantastic defense, that is such a good platform. but you don't necessarily win points with the defense. It's the attack, the offense, and that's where they're being found out. And it's a scramble, and that's too many touches.
Thailand struggling to side out quickly, and when they have that serve, struggling to keep the serve. Turkey, on the other hand, they're doing a great job of siding out fast and keeping that serve as long as possible.
Difference between world rank number 1 team and world rank number 13.
แล้วก็บอลไปหาใครบอลไปหาใครช่วยกันต่อบอลด้วยช่วยเสียงต่อนะถ้าตัวเซตไม่ได้ต่อคนอื่นต่อนะต่อให้ได้ตีนะเอาใหม่เส้นหัวเสามันหย่อนเยอะนะให้หนึ่งอ่ะดันมาลงก่อนแล้วก็บอลตรงตีที่เป็นนะตีที่เป็น
Baladine. That's a great dig. First proper swing for one of the replacements, Deria Timoglu.
Good swing right out of the gate. Sevicholu checking into the game. Just taking a risky swing right out the middle, but it makes it work.
Oh dear. You could see what she wanted to do, but somehow the hands just didn't do it.
And not quite the set that she would have wanted, just a bit of a miscommunication or misset. You got to shake that one off quickly, side out right here.
When you're 6 points behind, that's not what you need. Oh my word, off the tape, it's an ace, and that just about sums up the day. Everything Turkey's done has pretty much come off for Thailand. They're still waiting for a breakthrough.
It becomes a confidence thing at some point, just to try to claw yourself out of this hole. This is something that Thailand's coach wants to see from his teams, how they're going to respond.
We'll be hearing from both coaches with Anne-Marie Anderson in the gap break between sets 2 and 3. No prizes for guessing who's going to be happier. He's on your screen there, Daniele Santarelli. They've got some thinking to do. 8 set points. "17 points, which is the total that Thailand managed in set 1. Can they get any closer? Can they go on a run? Kanaporn with a serve. Ooh, that was very close to the net, and that was really hard to set there. They're going for a challenge. No, there's no need for a challenge. That's been given as a point to Turkey, 25-17, as with the first set. And Thailand looking and staring pretty much at a sweep in the face again.
And Turkey are doing a great job just keeping the gas on, finding ways to score. Doesn't matter who's been on the court for them. They're continuing to swing after swing. Really just stifling this Thailand team. It's really difficult to ball down against Turkey because the defense is working well. They're getting so many block touches. Then offensively, they're just tough to stop. They're disguising everything well. The offense is balanced. They're getting everybody involved. Run into a buzzsaw.
I sense that Daniele Santarelli can just say to his assistants, you know what we're doing, just keep on doing it. I'll have a chat now with Anne-Marie Anderson. Why not? Volleyball TV from the Hong Kong Coliseum. And at the moment, it's looking good for Turkey. Let's go down to Anne-Marie when she's ready, and we'll hear from Daniele Santarelli, who's got to be a happy man, because everything at the moment is going Turkey's way. Anne-Marie.
Coach, what will you work on in the third set with your team? I hope that we continue to serve in this way. Sometimes lucky, because maybe 3 or 4 times the ball touches the net and drop immediately. But it means that we are serving close the net. I think that if they suffer in this way on pass, they don't play their volleyball, and for us it's more easy. Then we can put maybe more order in our block and defense. I think that it's not easy to play against this kind of team, but for us it's the 3rd time after Japan and Korea. Now we play against Thailand, so we have some experience, and I hope that we continue to play in this way.
Thank you, Coach.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Anne-Marie. I hope we continue to serve in this way, shooting off the net. Gee, if you keep doing that, well, what hope for anyone else?
Well, it was also interesting what he said. They've already played teams similar in style with Japan and with Korea, that fast offense, good defense, so they're used to it.
Anne-Marie, let's go down again once more. Anne-Marie Anderson with the Thailand coach.
Coach, how are you using the matches this week to prepare for the finals next week?
ก็จะใช้แมตช์ในการแข่งขันสัปดาห์นี้อย่างไรครับเพื่อจะเตรียมตัวในรอบชิงชนะเลิศในสัปดาห์สุดท้ายครับอาจารย์
ก็สำหรับในสัปดาห์นี้เราก็จะให้ผู้เล่นหลักๆลงแข่งขันก่อนนะครับส่วนค่อยดูแต่ละแมตช์ไปอาจจะเปลี่ยนตัวผู้เล่นนะครับแล้วก็พักตัวหลักๆไปเล่นไฟนอลครับ
For in this week we will use the main player in this week but we will change for the another player but sometimes we will keep the main player to prepare for the last week in Bangkok. Yeah.
Thank you ครับคุณค่ะ
ขอบคุณครับ
Kamsanida, thank you very much indeed. Nice question, because clearly this match is, unless there is an extraordinary turnaround, this match has gone, but it's all about building towards this week, building towards those finals in Bangkok, where there's going to be a huge home crowd. They do not want to disappoint. They want to rise to the occasion.
Yeah, in terms of seeding, Thailand will probably face a team like Turkey anyway, or whoever finishes at the top, so likely either Poland or Brazil in terms of the standings. So they've got to use this as practice to try to figure a few things out playing a good team.
You also sense that Thailand are going to come through in 8th. They're going to be the 8th qualifier, so chances are they're going to meet again. There is so much to admire about the Thai style, just like Japan, Korea, that resilience and the brilliant defense. It's getting the power and the contact and the points, of course, on the board, and that's not troubling the scorers enough.
And in terms of stats, too, Thailand is pretty even in terms of 5 blocks and 5 blocks. Service-wise, Turkey has the edge, but it really is that attack. Thailand is digging in defensively. They haven't been able to transition those into offense, though, and really put a ball down.
Position errors are pretty much the same, 12 and 11. But your point about the attack, 28 points for Turkey, 15 for Thailand, and that is the issue.
And they're staying in these long rallies. They just aren't able to capitalize on some of these transition plays where they're in system, because Turkey is dominant defensively and they're able to put a ball down on their side.
Welcome to Bangkok. That's what you'll see. Fantastic atmosphere. We're ready to go in set 3. Erdem, Shaheen, Karakot, Kalat, Vargas and Baladin, Charapon, Ataya, Ratanicha, Sasyapon has come on, outside hitter, Tatdao and Tanacha stayed on. Ooh, good play. Lovely first point.
And good way to get the ball back right out of the gates. Decent pass, about 7-8 feet off the net, gets the middle going. Not necessarily the perfect set, but finds something to do with it.
So 3 changes now from the original starting lineup for Thailand, made by the coach. Good rally so far. Can they get a point though? That's the key. Yes, they can.
This is where Thailand has to capitalize on some of these big momentum plays. Find a way to keep that serve, We've seen after some of the last momentum plays, they miss that serve right away. Got to find a way to keep it.
Ooh, is that dropped in? It has, you know, it's an ace.
That's the exact start that Thailand would have wanted. Keep the pressure on them, find ways. I mean, that is so close. Karakurt playing dodgeball back there.
Attaya goes deep again. Brute force though from Kalach.
Turkey had enough of that. Easy side out right away. Beautiful pass from Baladin allows that to happen.
So it is possible, a run of points. That's the best for Thailand so far. Oh, yes! Beautiful touch by Thanacha.
You can see how much Thailand feeds off of some of these plays when they can get good plays like this. The smart plays, the big defensive plays, it gives this team momentum. Feels like they have a new energy.
Felt regulation for Karakurt.
Yeah, very smart shot. We've seen her rip a few really sharp cross court. This time just going up and over the block into the back corner.
Good hit. That's more like it.
And Thailand's offense is tough to stop when they can get in system because of how fast it is. And here's an example. Watch how fast that ball's out of the setter's hands to the outside. Really gets the blockers off guard.
Thanacha getting into the groove early on, and that is a real blow. Turkey would have got that over the net, by the way. Baladin would have just popped that over and dropped it. Maybe get Baladin to give you a serve lesson. Too deep, telegraphed. Here comes Vargas, good luck. Baladin finishes off the hands. Could see the block was there, so clever.
A great transition play. Karakurt taking that ball above her head, but still getting the setter in a good position to run the outside with tempo.
Nice swing. Chatapom settling in already.
Thailand really handling these passes well. They've been able to side out fast because of how good those passes are. And that speed just unstoppable right now.
Breakdown, chance now. Thailand got to take advantage, and they do. Attaya, slide attack, and he's not happy, understandably.
The biggest difference in set one and set two that Thailand was not able to do was put a ball down in transition. They are doing that very well here in set three.
To be fair to Turkey, maintaining that level of the sets 1 and 2 was going to be a challenge. They had to expect some response from Thailand, but let's just see how Turkey come back. I cannot believe that there will not be a big response. There's a power serve already. It's not the best from Erdem, and she knows it.
And that's a ball that you always want your back court to take, and a lot of that miscommunication can be if people aren't talking out on the court. So if Vargas isn't calling for that ball, Erdem doesn't know whether she's going to take it or not, even if it's a routine play.
I think the word that Santarelli would use is focus. That's all it takes.
Yep.
Just get back on it. What a great dig.
In terms of focus, when you're playing a team that never gives up, you know that Thailand is a team that is never going to lay down and die. They're going to continue to bring the pressure. This Turkey team, still a little bit inexperienced in that sense, has to find a way to continue that focus from set one to set three.
Serve, yes, ball, stop to take points, because until now we didn't defend one ball. Keep attack on the field, we are not ready. Now we have to play volleyball, okay?
Vicky, Türkiye!
Couldn't quite pick up what he said, but at the end, we want to play volleyball, don't we? It's almost like just, guys, you know what we can do. We've done it for the last just under an hour. Let's do it again. Come on.
And that can happen when teams as good as Turkey, when you get complacent against a team. You say, okay, we just rolled through them the first 2 sets. We're going to do it in set 3. Doesn't even matter how they come out. But Thailand's a team, again, they're not going to lay down for you. They're going to continue to bring the pressure.
Great hand. Charapon didn't have the power. Erdem on the slide, but still it won't go down. Tanacha keeps it in play. Oh, yes. This is what the crowd wanted. The underdog coming on strong.
You can hear the crowd in the sidelines getting loud in some of those defensive plays as well. Just impressive up after impressive up on Thailand's side.
Moving too soon. Cesare. Stefano Cesare, the second referee.
Yeah, he's always on top of it. You see Shaheen, number 12 in black, going way too early in her release.
You have to wait till the server makes the contact, and she was already on the move. Now, remember this scoreline. Thailand 11, Turkey 5. Sweet. Little change. Off goes Vargas. And on comes Cheboglu.
Good swing right away. Kansu getting Chebacholu going right away, trying to get her comfortable and confident in those swings. Now just a clarification of who's serving, what rotation they're in. Again, they had players check on. Sometimes difficult to tell where we're at.
So Santarelli deciding to switch it up. No bad thing. No Vargas. Let's see what Turkey are made of.
And smart decision in this rotation when Vargas is out. Keep Karakurt on the right. That's where she's used to playing during her club season, really used to playing her entire career. Makes a switch for the national team because they have a player like Vargas, but keep her on the right side if you can.
Chebacholu looking good. That's a great hit from a long way off the net. And that ball wasn't too high either, the set. But what a point. What a difference she made.
Yeah, good adjustment, kind of mid-swing to stay on top of that, snap it down even with the ball behind her head.
If at first it doesn't exceed, just go again.
A better swing to finish it off, Chebacholu. On the right side this time, adjust that arm swing, swinging high. Good finish.
Paladin top scorer with 10, Vargas has got 9. Oh dear, that had to be in. She's done everything so right until then. Absolutely needed to nail that, and that's a massive hit. Oh.
And now all of a sudden Turkey within 3. I feel like this is a part of the match where they're going to start coming alive. Thailand needed to capitalize on that lead.
Really, there should have been no timeout because that should have been buried in the backcourt, and the score should be 13-8 to Thailand, still with a 5-point advantage. Instead, they've had the break. They're 3 points only ahead, and Erdem and Turkey are trying to close it again. And Baladin just has.
This is a Turkey team we've seen all last week. They were coming back from behind. They were down 19-12 in set 2 against Serbia, came back to win. We saw them go down against Korea, came back to sweep, and then Team USA crushed them in set 4, and Turkey came back. So we've seen it from time to time. Even if they do get down in a whole 5-6 points, they're able to come back with it.
Whoosh. Monster block indeed. Smile Karakurt. Didn't look as if she enjoyed that.
I think she's just a little bit frustrated out there trying to get this team going. I mean, she always wears those emotions on her sleeve. That's a pretty good one.
She was up. I kept an eye on her. Absolutely up, and what a block. Oh, now we're smiling.
There's that smile for you. That one's got to feel good. In the perfect position to make this play. Hands dove right back into her middle. I mean, no one's getting past that.
To be fair, that was a big swing that was needed to get through there. She was off court. Ball was almost beyond the net. How important will that Tanacha miss be from the pipe? And now they've still got the lead, but you just sense Turkey have them in their sights. The chase is on.
Well, the chase is on, and after Turkey went on a 7-1 run, tough with your confidence.
Oh. You want me on the right, you want me on the left, opposite, outside hitter, what do you need?
I mean, that's what makes Karakurt so impressive, is she can just switch on the flip of a dime and she adjusts right away. And the best players do that. They adjust when they're asked to. She's been so impressive.
Playing her volleyball in Russia at the moment, Kaliningrad.
All of a sudden, Turkey put on a blocking clinic up front. Karakurt involved in a lot of these plays. Just the dive in from Kalat seals it up.
This has got to go over. Free ball, and here comes Turkey. Just waiting, watching. And Karakurt. Thank you.
Smart decision from Turkey to go with the outside. It's a free ball, easy pass. Normally you expect those balls to go to the middle. That quick tempo outside gets it done. Nice serve.
What did I say? 11-5, take a picture of it.
11-5, and now we've got a 11-2 run. When you go up on one of the best teams in the world, you've got to shut that door and not let them come back in.
Nicely put away, but it hasn't gone down. Instead, fantastic Akiosh, the libero. And still it won't go down almost. Jiansu Oshbai down quickly, but just couldn't keep it up.
Impressive up. Simge getting under that one, but Thailand finding a way out of that rally.
They've got to start motoring with intent now, because we've seen what happens if Turkey get away. They just disappear over the horizon. It's not the best pass, but she'll still deal with it. What a hit! That was surely disguised. It looks like it was going cross-court. Instead, down the line, back court.
Everything Karakurt showed, shoulders facing cross-court, and that arm comes back around, hand turns down, right pinky rather down, sends that ball to the line. So impressive.
Top score in the match now. 12 points. Vargas, what's her name? That's a good serve. Cross court. Just sense Thailand being hurried now, because Turkey know what they want to do. They've got them on the run.
For that first half of the set, Turkey looked a little bit frazzled, but all of a sudden they look confident and comfortable.
ลูกนี้ให้เลยตัดสินใจให้ไปแก้เราอย่าเสียเองนะตีไม่ได้แก้ไปก่อนอย่าให้เสียเองนะอันไหนที่ตีได้โอเคตีไปเลยนะถ้าแก้ไม่ได้อย่าเสียแก้เองไปมั่นใจนะมั่นใจ
Heads won't drop, they never do for Thailand. But they've made this mighty difficult. Just errors at key moments have allowed Türkiye back in, and they've fueled Karakurt. It's another really good deep serve. Ojbay, or Akash rather, keeps that in play. And then it just goes their way, and Santarelli loves it.
Türkiye definitely made that switch. They took a timeout early on, trying to find something that worked. But the mentality and focus of this group has changed in the second half of set 3.
Seen that so often with Santarelli, even when Canigliano aren't firing. It's like, hang on, what are you doing? Volleyball, remember we're winning? Yeah, let's just do it. And it falls into place. Just a little reminder.
Sometimes that can happen with teams that are a little bit more inexperienced. Yeah, you have a player like Eda Erdem, a great leader for that team, but a lot of these players are pretty young and still coming up in their careers. They're still finding ways to acknowledge and have the confidence to stay as the top in the world and have that focus every single match and every single point.
(15-4) since that 11-5 scoreline, and that is an ace which no one can get close to. Off the tape. Donpon comes on.
Just getting a little bit lucky with that, going right at the top of the tape.
Her first serve in the VNL, 19-year-old setter. Hasn't started, hasn't really featured. Big chance now. Oh, what a block. What a block from Kalac.
Just reading that so well. Diving those hands in, Baladin turning that hand back into the court to bring it in.
Oh, what a great dig there. Baladin. Couldn't find the hole. And Baladin most definitely blasts a hole almost.
And Baladin looks like she wants to go home early in this one. Such a smart shot and a great transition play, getting that ball up. Just so impressive, doing everything for her team.
I think she's back, fair to say?
Fair to say. It took her a little bit to get going in set 1, but she looks good.
It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, and they are finishing fast. Oh, what a good block. Monster block. Winnenrat, 22-year-old middle blocker.
That's a block that Thailand needed to have. Everyone knew that ball was going outside. The block had a lot of time to wait on it. It was a good finish.
Well, they've got to 17 points, just as they have done in the 2 previous sets. That's as far as they've got. Can they get any more? Erdem is ready. Oh, beautifully played. How often have we seen that in this match? Just the court opened up, the slide and no one there.
And not often do you see middles go with tips, but she's got that high volleyball IQ from so many years of experience to know that that tip could fall if she sees that defense back on their heels.
That was coming. In transition. Lovely finish.
It's a good swing. So many seams open to go through.
And here we are, set point. 7 set points, make that match points. Ooh, that was going out. Anyway, let's finish it in style, and that's exactly what Turkey have done. Cematolo comes on, delivers, and Turkey, the world #1 team, underline why they are on top of the world. Thailand